Last year, just after the Nomad cruise to Brazil, I had a brilliant idea to organize a founders retreat in the Netherlands. A weekend for entrepreneurs to come together, to connect, to learn skills to grow their business and to work on their business instead of in it. All I needed to do was to get a venue, a team, to sell some tickets. How difficult could it be? In my mind, the main problem was how I was going to reinvest all the profits that I made from this retreat. So when I received an opportunity, I was in Argentina at that time, to book a venue, a 24-room venue, at a great price, of course I jumped on it. And yes, that was a little bit bigger than I wanted for my first retreat. And maybe it was non-refundable. But how difficult could it be? So enthusiastically, I create a sales page. I prepare a social media post. I write an email to send to my community of all the people who previously went to my other founders event. I draft it, I hit the send button, and I'm eagerly looking at my inbox, waiting for the sales to roll in. Yeah. It stayed awfully quiet. But I wasn't worried because I had like 4 more months to sell only 24 tickets. Like, that should be easily possible. But nonetheless, I was like, okay, let's reach out to some of my friends who also organize retreats and ask them for advice on how they sell out their retreats. And they said, well, Marcel, it's not an easy business, but if you really want to do this, make sure to start small. Make it easy for yourself. Make sure you sell out this one by having like a small capacity and a low price. Make sure to get a great cancellation policy with the venue and attrition policy as well. So if you don't sell all the rooms, you don't have to pay all the rooms. But most of all, carefully think about your launch strategy. Like, get the first people on board for a great deal, and they'll attract the other people, because you only get one chance to launch your retreat. Okay. That was the first time that I was no longer worried about how to reinvest all the profits of my retreat. So 4 months go by slowly. Sometimes I think about the fact that I announced the retreat and that I haven't sold so many tickets. Then I find a way to distract myself, forget about it for a couple of days, but there is always this lingering feeling of impending doom. Fast forward to 10 days before the retreat. I receive a message from my friend Simone, who I invited to be in the team of the retreat. And the text said, "Hey man, looking forward to the retreat. How many people do we have coming?" And I replied, "We have people coming." I had sold 2 tickets. 2 out of 24 tickets. And that was the moment where I had to have this conversation with the people in my team. So I invited Simone, Ronnie, Roy, like all Nomad Cruise friends, to be part of this experience and help organize. And I just said, well, yeah, this is the situation. Like, we have a massive venue, but almost only empty rooms. And fortunately, they said, like, well, whatever happens, we got your back, and we support you no matter what. So that gave me like some calm and rest. But still, that was a big problem. And 7 days before the retreat, I made a big decision. I was like, okay, let's just share honestly in a social media post that I fucked up and that I'm giving away all the rooms for free. So getting 22 people to join a retreat for free. How difficult could it be? Turns out not so difficult. You give it away for free, people jump on it. So within a couple hours, we had so many applications that I had to close the applications. We had a lot of cool entrepreneurs to invite to the retreat. And honestly, it ended up being a super nice retreat. Big success according to the participants. And this, outwards initial failure of the retreat was actually the launch pad of the Amsterdam Founders Club and what it is today. Because within a year it grew out to, as far as I know, the most popular founders community in Amsterdam, with sold out events and people traveling from other countries even to be with us for one evening event. And that was really only made possible because so much goodwill and traction was created from that failed retreat, and the traction that we got from the social media sharing, as well as the people who joined, got something for free, and are now part of the team making this a success. So circling back, I think there is a couple of entrepreneurial lessons in this. That's first, show up for your entrepreneurial friends, or just for your friends in general, if you have the capacity to. It meant the world to me that my friends from the Nomad Cruise, they showed up to help me in this situation where I completely messed everything up. And it had a massive ripple effect far beyond that initial moment. Secondly, it would be always focus on providing value on the people around you. I could have maybe saved 5,000 to 10,000 euros on the variable costs on drinks and food that I hadn't prepaid to the venue yet. But for that relatively small amount, I could give a lot of founders a great experience and connections for life. So I decided to do that, and in return, I got that cost back already from those people who pre-purchased tickets for events in the upcoming year, and then I got all the benefits on top of that. So what I usually see, whatever you give in the world, it finds a way to come back to you tenfold. And the last and most important lesson of all is, if you have a problem in your business, in your life, and you're stuck, don't try to solve it all alone. For those 4 months, that wasn't very comfortable, having this retreat coming up and having no sign-ups. And I was stuck. I didn't know what to do until 1 week before the retreat, I talked about it with entrepreneurial friends. And the outsider perspective, that helped me to finally take action. It inspired me to share on social media and take that big step that eventually led to the success of the Amsterdam Founders Club. So that's what I want to leave you with. If you're stuck in your personal life or in your business, your next big move could be unlocked by sharing about it with other people. Thank you so much.